What's up guys, Max here, and I am off of the first night of playing the open beta to Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. I made a video before talking about this game and how I was interested in it and the plans I had for it and the impressions I had from the original beta, but I kind of wanted to talk about some of the stuff I've learned over playing the game over the past betas and recently the open beta. The more important thing about this recent test is that this one ongoing from now till the end of the weekend will actually have your character information and data and levels carried over into the open game when it is available later in August in about a week or so. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the fact that I can get all the small stuff done really quick and just move forward with like the big meat of the game. And it's been a long time, dude. It's been a long time since I've really been invested into playing like an MMO once again, and the last one was Final Fantasy XI. But I really was looking forward to Phantasy Star Online 2, but there's a slight chance that that will never make it to the States, and I might just have to like get the import version. Regardless, Final Fantasy XIV 2 is doing a lot of stuff that's just really smart. Between the screenshots you guys are seeing right now, I could not actually post video footage, but I'll give you my impressions thus far. And very quickly, Final Fantasy XIV 2 is ridiculously optimized. Between the different version of the original Final Fantasy XIV, which wasn't optimized at all, it seemed to be a huge focus. Now the game runs extremely well. There's these things called fates where randomly in an environment, there'll be this huge circle battle that'll happen, and enemies will start popping up all over the place, and you can join in by like just entering the area. And all these other people can just join in and fight stuff too, and you get pretty decent money and experience rewards for doing so. And it ends up being just a lot of fun as long as there's a lot of people. And right now, oh my god, there is a lot of people because everyone is trying to get in on the beta as soon as possible. And it's amazing to see literally these huge, gigantic battles of between like 50 to 100 people with monsters ranging from like 20 to 25 mobs just running around all over the place, you beating them up. And even on my computer, which is pretty freaking good, it still runs a solid 45 to 60 frames a second with all that crazy stuff going on. There's also some really excellent touches as far as like the atmosphere between the music having different dynamic changing styles between like nighttime, if a lot of people are in town, if it's like kind of a dead part of town, or if you're walking through an environment. There seems to be like 3 or 4 different tracks to the music around each stage that you visit between all the areas around the game. One touch that I absolutely love so much is this element of a busy city. When you go into certain areas or certain like pubs or wherever that have like things that are being hosted for quests and stuff like that, if there's a lot of people in the area, there's this amazing touch that you enter the area and you hear the sound of chatter, of people talking, of like a hustling and bustling like shopping area or something like that. It's really cool to know that, or to feel that even though these people aren't talking to each other, they're not making this noise. It's just this little touch that Square Enix put in there to make you feel like you're a part of something alive and living. And the same thing goes for battle sequences. When you're in those big fate battles where there's a ton of people, they add these screams and these shouts just that happen like randomly all around the area as long as there's a lot of people, and it sounds like there's a war going on. Even though your player characters make those noises sometimes, it just sounds like rah, rah, rah. You hear all this stuff going on in the background all the time. It feels like you're a part of something much bigger. It's some really small, amazing design decisions. If we talk about the gameplay and some tips I can give you guys as far as getting into Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, I'll tell you this right now, the first 20 levels in this game, I haven't played many other MMOs, so I'm just speaking for this one, are pretty easy. They're kind of designed for mostly teaching you how to play the game, the challenges the game will set you up for later, and a lot of quests will lead into the next quest. I highly recommend that you guys take part of the story quests because the story quests open up other bigger quests that then give you better loot and gear. And that's one thing you want to focus on is the loot and gear that you get from quests, because you can buy this stuff, you can go to NPCs, you can go to the auction house or the market board and look them up. However, you receive so much stuff from doing quests that it's almost not worth it. For you guys that played Final Fantasy XI and the original Final Fantasy XIV, like, you know, the vanilla version, you had to like work your butt off and you had to spend a lot of money to get this stuff. It seems like within the first 20 levels or so, the game wants to provide you everything you need to play the game, and then maybe later on after that it's going to get a little bit more challenging. But so far, my adventures have been totally freaking awesome. I'll be making frequent updates. If you guys want to see my progression in this game, potentially like a journaling chronicle series, I'd be totally down to do that because I'm having a lot of fun playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'm going to get my wife to play it, all my friends, and do as much crazy cool stuff as we possibly can in this freaking gorgeous world. I don't know if I can say anything else but positive things right now. The servers are running really good. The stability between the players and the lag and like the frame rate drops aren't that bad at all, and so far it's been a really enjoyable experience. And to let you guys know, I'm running on a PC. I think I have an i5 like 3570K processor. I might be getting the digits wrong. It's an Intel i5, and I'm also running a GeForce GTX 670. It's a pretty good graphics card, a pretty good processor, and most of the game on maximum settings I've kept it on runs 60 frames almost 90% of the time, and will drop frames between huge battles, so it's rather optimized. I'm not too sure how good the PS3 version is, but hopefully it runs pretty well, and we got the PS4 version coming down the line, and hopefully that looks as good as the PC version. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited for the full release of this game. I'm going to still do my best to plow through all the beginning stuff as I possibly can, so thank you guys very much for watching. Like I said, if you want to see more, please leave me a comment below, or if you're looking for something specific that you'd like to check out in Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, I'll be happy to oblige. Thank you guys very much for watching. My name is Max, and I'll see you next time.